Picture this, one moment you're just a kid, and you've lived through a lot. Lots of bad things happening early on in your life. As a child, you are different from others and separated from others. But you don't take that as a weakness. You take that as a chance. You start playing lots of video games. Eventually, you start a channel and you blow up. You grow from just a few hundred subscribers to millions and millions of subscribers and inspiring new YouTubers every day. Well, KreekCraft slowly went from just a kid to being one of the biggest Roblox YouTubers of all time. This is the rise of KreekCraft, Roblox's biggest YouTuber. Born on the 28th of January, all the way back in 1997, in Jacksonville, Florida, KreekCraft, whose real name is Forrest Waldron, who today is one of the biggest Roblox YouTubers, but before the success, before the play buttons, and before all the views, KreekCraft was just a little baby. And when KreekCraft was born, everything seemed normal at first. However, early on, his parents and the doctors noticed something in his left eye. His left eye had something called a cataract eye, and it's usually developed when people are in their late 50s and early 60s. However, it's really uncommon for babies to be born with this. What this basically does is it makes your vision impaired in one of the eyes. Or basically, there will just be a little cloudy area in your eye where you can't really see anything well. It'll all be blurry. Kreek would even have to go into eye surgery at just a few weeks old.
After a day or so of rest, you're back to normal. When you're a baby, however, they can't just replace the lens as your eyeball is still super tiny, because you're a baby. So I had to have eye surgery on my left eye when I was just 2 or 3 weeks old.
Because a cataract eye can get worse as it develops. However, after the eye surgery, things seemed to get better for the time being. While his cataract eye wasn't fully healed, it wasn't like he could not see in that specific eye. However, something much more tragic would happen later on in KreekCraft's life. KreekCraft's parents would get a divorce while he was 3 or 4, and while I don't want to go into detail why, this deeply affected Kreek, as he was still just a young kid. And KreekCraft and his mother just relocated back to where his grandparents lived. And that's when KreekCraft found a new hobby and a new passion that he got really into at this time. Video games. His current channel and whole identity is centered around video games. However, early on, he wasn't playing Roblox or Minecraft. He was playing some of the more old classic games. Mario, Zelda, or even World of Warcraft. KreekCraft found video games very, very fun. However, he still had school, so he wasn't always playing video games. However, as KreekCraft got older, things happened back to his cataract. His eyes started getting worse and worse, and other parts of his eyes, like the retina, also started getting more damaged. This would make it so Kreek was not able to participate in gym at school, so he spent more time playing video games, and eventually, in 7th grade, he fully switched to just doing online school. That caused him to mainly spend his days just playing video games or doing schoolwork.
Most of my time was just spent in my bedroom doing schoolwork and playing video games. And
for Kreek at the time, it was sad, but he didn't use that as a weakness. He actually really liked playing video games, and he wanted to turn this into something much bigger. So when Kreek was around the age of 14, he decided to start a channel. He decided to name it KreekCraft. He initially wanted to do Kreek, but Kreek was already taken. He chose KreekCraft because Kreek was his World of Warcraft name and what everyone basically called him. And he added craft to his name because his favorite game at the time was World of Warcraft. But back to the story. When KreekCraft first created his channel on 9th of April in 2014, he was about 17 years old, and he wasn't posting Roblox content. He started out making Minecraft content. His first few videos were about basic things in Minecraft, mods, story videos, and overall pretty generic but really good Minecraft content. Now, at first, his videos didn't do too well. They were averaging a couple thousand views. For Kreek at the time, that was good, but it was nowhere near his dream. So, as he continued uploading across the next year, he kept doing more miscellaneous and Minecraft content, occasionally making Gary's mod videos, or even videos on Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Kreek would continue this variety-styled content for a few more years, up until 2016. By this point, KreekCraft had already turned 18, and Kreek wanted to do more, as this style of content was doing well, but it hadn't really taken off to the point that he wanted. Despite hitting the massive goal of 10,000 subscribers in 2015 and 20,000 in 2015, he knew he had the potential to go much beyond that. So in 2016, he started taking viewer recommendations, trying out new games. However, there was one that stood out: play Roblox. Now, first, Kreek explained how he actually did not want to play Roblox, thinking Roblox was a game just for little kids.
People asked me to also play Roblox, and at first I thought it was some stupid kids game that I would never play in a million years, but
But But after fans continued to ask for it, Kreek eventually just gave in and decided to play Roblox for the first time. And upon playing it, Kreek started enjoying it. He enjoyed the simple nature of Roblox. He found it similar to other games he liked, like World of Warcraft and Minecraft. This would cause KreekCraft to start mixing in Roblox content and also create a Roblox account. Around 2016, he'd start mixing in even more Roblox content. Eventually, by 2017, he switched from fully Minecraft and miscellaneous content to doing full-on Roblox content. His content consisted of gaming videos, tutorial videos, let's play videos, and overall a variety style of Roblox content. Currently, he does news and live streams, but at the time he was just doing anything that came to his mind. And for Kreek, this would be very beneficial. He would not only reach the 50,000 subscriber milestone, but in 2017 would reach the 100,000 milestone, one of the craziest for any creator. But things would really, and I mean would really take off for Kreek into 2017. Into 2017, like I mentioned, he would hit 100,000. But that year, his channel would experience a mass wave of growth. I'm talking he hit 200,000 and 300,000 within the same year. And by 2018, he had already racked up himself 500,000 subscribers. And you might be wondering, well, how? Well, KreekCraft started playing a game called Jailbreak at the time. At the time, Jailbreak was one of the most popular Roblox games, averaging a few 100,000 players every day. And with Kreek playing such a popular game, and while his channel was growing at this momentum, Kreek continued making streams, videos, and doing as much as he could to make videos on this game. And because of that caused Kreek's channel to have a ton of growth. And this would cause Kreek to become super iconic. But this wouldn't be the only place where Kreek would grow. As into 2020, when he would just hit around 1 million subscribers, he transitioned into a new game, Piggy. Now, do I need to even explain how legendary Piggy is? No. Piggy was one of the most popular games between 2020 and 2021. During the pandemic, kids were at home all day. What were they gonna do all day? Well, they were gonna watch KreekCraft play Piggy. With that said, KreekCraft's channel didn't just continue growing, it absolutely blew up. I'm talking he hit 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, eventually 5 million.
9! Actually, 9's already there, dude! There it is!
And as Kreek continued to grow past Piggy and past every other game, he traveled into another genre of Roblox content, making videos about hackers and stories and reacting to shorts. Now around 2022, when the Piggy genre wrapped up and a lot of people started forgetting about it, Kreek transitioned into this content style. And this worked really well. He would hit 8 million, 9 million, and 10 million all from this one style. Not only that, but KreekCraft would continue growing quickly and eventually would hit the massive milestone of 10 million subscribers, hitting it on July 20th of 2024. For Kreek, this was insane. It was a childhood dream to even reach 100,000, but the fact that he had 10 million subscribers really shows how far he went in his career. The final things Kreek did in his career up to date are pretty normal. He started live streaming a lot more games and eventually hit 15 million subscribers in 2025 and currently sits at 17.2 million. And that's pretty insane. After hearing the story of KreekCraft's journey, it's pretty reasonable that he has this many subscribers. Hard work and dedication created that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video about the rise of KreekCraft. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe to my channel. My name is Mightyy and my Roblox like I mentioned. Anyways, hope you have a good day and Mightyy.